Unfortunately, while I'm somewhat intrigued, and there actually is a walkway in there, it doesn't look like it's a terribly safe place to be. Certainly not at night. But I think I'll walk in a little ways as long as I can scream and expect someone to hear me. It's trashed out, but at least it's here. Someday someone can restore it. Someone had a good idea at one time. Put some effort into it. Cool place for a respite. Some people over there look like guys hanging out, maybe tourists. This looks like the equivalent of a farmer's market. Hola. Another street right near the market that I'm walking around. Probably this is the perimeter of the market that I'm on right now. Everybody sells kind of the same thing. Buenas tardes, señor.
Buenas tardes, señor. ¿De dónde viene?
All kinds of cheese and all kinds of olives and treated all kinds of ways, and wine is important here. And anybody should be able to figure out what that building is for. Mascardi shows pictures of combs. The cepillos, I think, are brushes. Silencio el perro. Oftentimes, just like in Europe, looking down these little alleyways or walkways is where you would find, if I were rude enough to impose on those folks, a very quaint inner courtyard area. One solution for keeping the dogs out of the trash. I think just find some way of keeping the trash in the deal. All right. These are pretty trees in this area. It just appears that it doesn't make any difference what area you're in. It's all a mix of the old, the abandoned, and what looks like the recently elevated and remodeled. This looks like a residential area. And again, what we see on the outside is simply a shadow of what may well be on the inside. Again, a well-protected, pretty looking facility in there. Presumably it's somebody's home, but very nice. And with these walls, very protected. And how pretty are some little isolated spots like this. And notice how the light pole is painted. It's an old house, but nicely protected. Cienfuegos translates, I believe, into 100 fires. And this looks like it is a firecracker store or fireworks store. This looks like a nice little shopping area. My strategy for getting around this town is to, as I did, walk down this road past this Estudio Jurídico, and then when I get tired of walking in one direction, start making right turns until I recognize something, which was that Estudio, whatever that is. Abogado, lawyer. There's a doorway. You can get a little bit of a sense of what's going on outside, but you can't see directly inside. Only get a hint of the ambience. That man is carrying and selling an American Indian facsimile Indian chief headdress. Who would he sell it to? In just before this started. Just had a couple of drops. This is I guess a good jungle downpour. It's what keeps this area fertile, that's for sure. For breakfast. This is an old casino. Notice the wooden horse. Reception area. Downstairs are where the dorms are. And to the right is computers where it says internet. And then there's a kitchen over to the far right.